Hey, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Stephanie, and this is the Chaos Chronicles.
Life's messy, weird, and totally unpredictable.
And we are here to talk about all of it. No filters, no fake perfect lives, just pure, unhinged, glorious chaos.
So grab a drink.
And let's dive right in.
All right, we are back. -1, but add 1.
Net neutral.
Net neutral. All right, sadly, Kayla is on her way to Indianapolis.
Thank you.
You're welcome, just for you. So she couldn't be here today, but so if you heard, I know, if you heard anything about the last episode that we brought this guy in for, the file got corrupted and I didn't feel like paying $200 to recover it. So we're re-recording it. Yeah, it was going to be $200.
Wow.
It's not worth it. Sorry.
I'm not worth it, people.
Not worth it. Yeah, I let my licensing lapse on that one. On my recovery stuff.
Got it.
But I hadn't used it in like 2 years, so I was like, I'm not going to pay another $200 just for
That's silly.
Just make you drive.
Second time's a charm. That was a practice run.
Is this recording? It's I forgot we got the countdown. All right, let's try this again. Go ahead. Tell us who you are, what you do.
Yeah. So my name is Ilya Rabkin. I'm a family physician here in the Northern Virginia DMV area. I recently started my own concierge practice called ZinovyMed. And there's a lot of concierge practices in the area. My unique shtick is that I'm bringing home visits back, right? Docs used to do that. They used to come with their little brown bag and go to the farms and your houses. But we've long forgotten that. And there's a few practices that try to do that, but I'm the first really here that's bringing full home visits or work visits. So essentially I come to you and I bring a concierge level of care to where you are.
Okay. So I guess that's like the main difference between traditional and concierge, in the sense that it's like easier to access your docs.
Yeah. So as a lot of people know, the recent frustration in medical system is it takes 3 months, some places 6 months to see your doctor. And then when you finally do, good luck if it's the doc you've seen before and if they remember you. And good luck if you get more than 15 minutes, maybe 30 if it's a wellness, but some of that time is taken by paperwork and nursing has to do stuff. So concierge medicine, and there are different models of how different practices do it, but essentially, my practice says you have access to me. You could text me, you could email me, you could call me. If you're a member, I'm answering fast. If I'm with someone else, maybe I'll answer in a few hours. But if you need me, I'm there on call at night, weekends. So you have access to your doc. No real waiting for appointments. God forbid you get sick. I'm guaranteeing that I'll be there within 24 to 36 hours, same day, if I don't have another visit scheduled. And that happened, I think, last visit. I was on my way and I was late because a patient called. They were sick and, I ran and saw them and it was great. They were very appreciative. Yeah. They didn't have to wait in an urgent care. They didn't have to find someone, right? They called me and I showed up with my bag. It's not little brown. We're a little more techie these days. I have an EKG available. So yeah, so that's the beauty of concierge care, is that we are there for you. We're your doctor. I'm your doc. I know you, your family ideally, and I'm there when you need me.
Back to the EKG. You actually do the EKGs?
Yes.
You know where to put the sticker?
I know where to put the stickers.
As a nurse, I question that.
I also know how to do a flu shot.
Stop.
I know.
Can you check a blood pressure?
Manually. You know how many blood pressures I've had to recheck? Yes.
Well,
yeah.
I'm used to the ER. The doctors don't do that.
A lot of docs. A lot of docs don't. Hey, there's a lot I don't know how to do. But and granted, I had to relearn how to do the EKG.
Okay.
I didn't do them. But it's not that complicated.
You'd be
to put this fair.
Fair.
I've messed up very simple things in my life, but yes. And the blood pressure cuff I don't have an electric one. I like to do the manual.
Well, they're more accurate.
That's why.
It's fair.
I like it, and less things go wrong.
Do
with the manuals compared to electric ones. Yeah,
Well,
for sure. For
I'm
sure.
used to the ER where sometimes if we are pulling out the manual cuff, it's because we're praying to God that there's blood pressure.
Yeah, yeah, but the ER time matters. The other beauty with concierge is that I could sit there for an hour or two and get to know the person, and I have time to check the blood pressure accurately, and we're there as long as I needed to do whatever it is I'm doing there.
That's fair. I guess another thing, like you were saying about being pressed for time, is with traditional offices, it's because for the most part, it's insurance purposes, right? That they
Yeah.
limit their time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Docs, we don't want to spend so little time. We came into this wanting to be people's docs, whatever field we went into. We don't like the system, but when when you have insurance company decided we're only going to pay for this amount of time. Oh, and by the way, you have to do these 50 different things to make sure everything's approved. And so for doctors' offices to survive, they have to see 20, 30 patients in a day a lot of the time to keep the lights on. Because if they minimized it to less, they're not going to keep the lights on. They're not going to be able to pay their staff.
You guys seriously see that many patients a day? I've
Some
never
docs.
worked primary care office.
Yeah.
So
I
have no idea.
was seeing in a busy day 24, 25.
Jesus.
And then that's not considered a lot. Like the real, smaller practices that are not subsidized by different things, they have to pump 30 patients. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's nuts. They have to fit in same day. So like docs who put up their shingles over time gave that up because it's a burnout.
Yeah.
If you take insurance and you're trying to stay alive as a single practitioner, it's super hard. And that's why a lot of docs are leaving that system and why concierge and DPC are becoming so popular.
Yeah. I know there's a lot more concierge docs in the area.
Yeah.
One of the biggest complaints though that I've seen is that a lot of times they aren't like true concierge where they come to the house, they do all that. It's you pay a fee, I guess, to see your particular doctor, but you still have to go in. You still have to, there's still a possibility that you won't see your actual doctor.
Yeah, there's different models. I mean, there's concierge practices where you just pay, a few $100s a year and you're still giving your insurance, and the few $100 just means you have less of a wait time. It helps subsidize the practice where they don't need to carry as many patients.
Sure. Yeah.
And it makes it easy. But then there are practices, I know there's a few, I think one in New York City where it's $100K for the year.
Jesus.
I'm a whole nother level. Mine is not that much.
Do they bring the bottles of champagne with them?
They might. It's an IV champagne and caviar. Just
right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, but it's a different level of service. It's like with mine, I guess somewhere in the middle where I'm planning on having about 50 exclusive families, and because I have to travel, so I have to take into account, God forbid, it's winter, everyone's sick, right? Everyone gets sick.
It snows.
Something's
People
happening.
can't drive. Don't get me started in this area. I'm moving back home.
We'll miss you. We'll miss you.
Miss me in New England all day long. I already told you that.
That's right. You know it. You know it. But yeah, so because I have to travel, I need to guarantee that I'm going to see people same day or next day. And to do that, I have to keep the amount of people under my panel very limited. So I decided, I put my MBA brain on and figured out 50 families is a good number that I could guarantee that I'm going to be there. And what's nice with 50 families, I'm going to know them.
Yeah.
I'm going to know them.
Yeah.
It's that I'm their doc, and that's kind of the way it's set up. And so
I should ask my doc that.
if they
I have
know
a
you,
concierge. No, they should know. I have a concierge doc too. But I was wondering about that. Like how many families on average she sees.
different. I worked in another practice where I think it was about 300 to 400, but it was an office. I mean, 300 to 400 is still nothing. A traditional insurance-based practice is thousands. A few thousand.
That's fair. Yeah.
You don't know all those people. I mean, granted, not everyone always shows up, and you don't see people for years. But technically, but it's a lot, and the model where people pay out of pocket now allows that doc to limit how many patients and provide better service. Yeah. The more you're paying, the more the smaller the doc's patient panel, the more care they could provide.
Glad you're finally using your MBA.
Right? Which I also got an MBA. Yeah, I was using it a bit. I was using it a bit early on when I got it. It was fun. But yeah, this is a different way of using it.
It's a whole different way, dude. You went
Yeah.
from one extreme to the other.
True.
It's fine.
Very true.
All right. So with that, like, what kinds of services do you like? Can you do like the MRI stuff? Like, I'm assuming they still have to go in for that.
So yeah, well, I can't bring an MRI to a person yet.
Come on.
Yet the tech isn't there. Too big. I do work with a company where I'm able to provide members a yearly MRI scan, kind of that full body, for better or for worse.
The one that insurance doesn't cover because it's still like
Yes.
experimental or not necessary or something.
Yeah, insurance won't cover it. Screening MRIs are still not recommended by most guidelines.
Still.
And that's why I provide in one membership tier, not in another. Some patients want that, some patients don't. There's pros and cons of full body MRIs. Sometimes you find things you don't want to find, and more things are done. But a lot of people who are investing in their care and in their longevity and in quality of life want to catch things early.
Okay.
So they're willing to do that. And I talk to them about it. I talk to them about the pros and the cons, whether it's truly necessary, whether it's not necessary, and we make a decision together. So I provide that. If people want, I get your lab work done at home. I know an awesome phlebotomist who comes to you. It was the first time someone took my blood. I didn't feel a thing.
Nice.
Not a thing. And I don't mind getting my blood drawn, but usually you feel something.
You feel something. We always tell them
No.
you're going to feel a little pinch.
This was smooth. I'm like, did he do anything? So it was awesome. So I have a guy who comes, does that. I could provide basic imaging like x-rays at home, ultrasounds, even mammograms if necessary. Yep, I work with companies that are able to provide that. And then the other services are really what I do or don't do for my expertise. So the executive physicals guaranteed, your sick visits, if you have chronic disease, diabetes, all that as a family doc, I could do it. I see kids, I see adults. The word we used to use with family docs is cradle to grave medicine.
Yes.
So yes, I've done newborn, I've done nursing home, and hospital, everything between. So my skill set's wide. And then more recently, I've gotten a lot more interest and been learning a lot more about longevity care and how that's involved with hormone replacement therapy. That's big these days.
Yeah.
Weight loss management. But it's all for the goal of trying to live a longer, healthier life. So that's where my interest is, and that's why I've started to really dive into those topics.
So with hormone replacement, because like you said, that's like a really big thing right now.
Mhm.
I didn't realize there were 50 million different types of hormone replacement. I'm not even gonna lie.
There's different
I thought
ways.
it was just like pills and creams, and then that was that, and then
Those are two great options. There's pellets.
I didn't know that was the one that was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So pellets are these tiny, tiny little things of either estrogen or testosterone, and they're put under your skin, and it's kind of a set it or forget it. About 3 to 4 months, and then you have to keep getting it put in.
Okay.
For a lot of people who are doing hormone replacement because either women who've gone through menopause and their body's just not producing it anymore, it's going to be a long-term thing.
Okay.
Or for men who have low testosterone levels and symptoms, and it's due to age, their body's never going to produce those high levels of testosterone again, so it's lifelong.
Yeah.
Depending on, and there's pros and cons for each type. There are benefits of pellets. You set it and forget it. Negatives, there's a big spike, and then we could get all into the biochemistry.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask, if there was like the big like ebb and flow.
There
like,
is
the
a big
spike.
spike, and then there's negatives to all, but every modality has a good and a bad.
Yeah.
So the creams, they have a good and a bad. Some women don't like it. It's messy. It's every day. They don't want to worry about it. Some don't absorb as well, but the creams are easy. They're a little cheaper, and for some women, they're awesome. There's injections. Men are used to who do testosterone injections being probably the more popular one, but some men do creams and gels. There are vaginal rings for estrogen.
That was the other one. I was like, excuse me, a what?
Vaginal
Besides
rings.
the birth control.
So different than the birth control. It's a different dosing.
Okay.
that provides more of the hormone replacement versus the birth control. But someone like that, I mean, it's good to have options, right?
Oh, yeah.
Some women are going to do better with one than another.
So, I mean, traditional medicine, some are going to do
Right.
better with some
Yeah.
than others.
Exactly. Anyone that tries to sell you like this is the only way to do it, run. There's no
Because they're just trying to make money at that point.
exactly. You want someone that's going to provide you options, and you may not get it right the first time, and unfortunately, that's kind of how sometimes it works. We can't predict the future,
Damn.
but it's good to have options.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, and sometimes people respond to any of them, and it's just what's most convenient for the person you're talking to.
Right. So I know you said that they all have like different doses. Is there one, like the cream has a different dose range than like the pellets, or is it you can kind of interchange and just do what's best?
Yeah, so it is a little bit apples and oranges, the dosing, but related. You're essentially aiming for a similar dose across the week, let's say, but one medicine that's daily is going to be a different dose than one medicine that's over the course of months. But you're going to get in a similar range. And when you talk testosterone, men are getting 10 times more of a concentration than women would need. So if a woman's doing an injection, it's 10 times less of a dose. And depends what method you're doing. Patches for estrogen versus something else, the doses will be different depending on how it's absorbed into your body.
Okay. And then like the pellets, those have to be redone every.
Yeah, and they just absorb into your body. Nothing has to be taken out. It is a good method for women who that works very well for and would prefer that. Very
Set it,
simple.
forget it. I like that idea.
Set it, forget it. Super simple procedure. Just goes under your skin. I've done tons. I'm going to be training other docs to do those. I'm not proposing that that's the best one, but it is a cool one. But I've had women who love the cream, and I'll recommend the cream for someone who does well. The patches could be great too. It all depends.
Yeah, that still like boggles my mind. I was like, a pellet? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's these tiny little things. The ones for men are a little bigger. The dose is different.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So size is like determined.
Yeah, because when
doses.
it's made, it'll be concentration how it absorbs. Yeah, so you can have a bigger one for higher doses. Yeah.
No comment. I mean, so many comments, but no comment.
So many. That's because your partner's not here.
I know. She would say it. I mean, I would say it too, but I tend to keep things a little more on track.
Sure you do.
I do, I swear. For the most part. All right, another hot topic that people have been discussing lately are GLP-1 meds.
Yeah, weight loss. Huge. Great medication all around. Probably the first weight loss med I feel comfortable prescribing on a large scale for people.
Some of them were scary, like when we were growing up. It's like,
yeah,
what?
the phentermines, all those are more stimulant based, and phentermine, it's useful, has its place sometimes.
Yeah.
But then there's other in the past that were done, ephedra and all this other.
Those are the ones where I was like, they're giving a mess.
Yeah, and there's still some good stuff. There's no combination of like Wellbutrin, naltrexone could be useful, but really GLP-1s have so many benefits, and the side effects are generally low, but with everything, there's always going to be potential for side effects.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is like the potential side effects. And the biggest ones are like the nausea and the vomiting.
Yes.
Especially with dose increases.
Yes. Nausea and vomiting could happen. It is, obviously someone's going to respond or have more of a side effect than someone else. But most of the time, you're having that because the way the medication works. So one of the things the medicine does is slow down how your stomach is emptying, and it's also telling your brain I'm full. So if you decide you're starting the medicine and you decide to go to barbecue and have ribs, mac and cheese, potato salad, your stomach's going to go, no.
Damn.
No, too much. Abort.
Hard pass.
And so a lot of times people who do have vomiting and upset stomach, a lot of the time it's because they're just eating the fatty, too much food. So you still have to try to maintain a decent diet.
What?
I mean, it becomes easier to do it.
What?
For
People
sure.
have to be accountable for shit?
People have to be accountable.
No.
And everyone's going to have a different response. And there's always going to be a few people who, no matter what, are going to feel a little bit upset. And then you could change the type of medication you're using. But for the most part, people tolerate it super well, and these side effects can be mitigated. one side effect I did want to talk about, that protein loss.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a big one. That's probably the one I think people should focus on a little bit
Yeah.
more. So it's not necessarily just the medication that it's unique. You know, if someone goes on a major diet and loses 30 pounds over 2-3 months, they're also going to lose muscle mass.
Feeling
Right.
attacked that I wasn't on diet meds.
Right. It doesn't matter. Whatever method you use, if you're losing a lot of weight over a shorter period of time, you're going to
Yeah,
lose
you're gonna
muscle
lose
mass if you're not doing the right thing. So
Right.
that's part of why there's a muscle mass loss. And that's huge because being strong is part of longevity. You know, when you're older, preventing hip fractures, being able to get up off the floor is huge. You need that muscle. You need it. But it's easily preventable. You have not fallen on the floor yet. It's all right. You could still pick yourself up. But you could do it better if you were exercising.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
do exercise.
strength training,
I do squats when the 2-year-old is like trying to get a piggyback ride.
that's a great way of doing it. For
See?
anyone with kids,
See?
strap them on, go for a walk, do some lunges.
That's what I do. I put freaking.
Yeah.
Did it? Oh, okay, we're good still. I was like, shit, here we go again.
Any kind of resistance training. If you're on a GLP-1, I always recommend making sure you're getting enough protein. And what that means, you know, talk to your docs. Everyone has different goal, and do resistance training. But that's necessary anyways.
Yeah.
Preventing osteoporosis, that's huge. Preventing fragility as we get older, big, big, big. But especially on these medicines, I definitely talk to my patients about that specifically, and we come up with a game plan.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
You're not just saying, here's your shot and go.
No, there are places that do that. There are places.
I know. It's
There are
terrible.
places that do those coin operated, just pay as you go, never see a doc, never get lab work. Yeah, watch out for those
That's
places.
the terrifying
Yeah, make
part.
sure there's someone monitoring you, giving you advice, that there's a doc to talk to.
Yeah.
And not necessarily a doc, nurse practitioner, PA, anyone who's knows what they're doing and follow you.
Get some baseline labs so they can see exactly
Yeah.
what they're dealing with.
Yeah, and most people tolerate well, and you don't need a ton of labs with the GLP-1s, but still, you want someone, a medical provider who knows what they're doing, to follow you, give you
Yeah.
advice, make sure things are okay, and not just take your money and give you the shot and be like, bye,
Toodles.
toodaloo.
And then like with the protein thing, and even like what you're saying with like the muscle loss, I know that there were some studies that were done about muscles and I guess that helping regulate your like your insulin, which also GLP-1 meds do.
Yeah. In general, the more muscle you have, the better your blood sugars are regulated. So, can oversimplify this, but muscles, they get their energy from sugar, right? That's how they get their energy. And when your body puts out insulin, it's essentially telling the muscles like, oh, time to take all that sugar out. And the more muscles you have on board, the more sugar you could pull out of the system with less amount of insulin. Again, oversimplification,
Maybe I don't need to do that because my blood sugar drops. So.
but it also can help regulate and keep things steady. Having good muscle on board, there has been some mild studies showing it helps regulate hormones in women and in men. There's some studies showing that being a little bit more fit, a good weight, and having muscle on board helps with menopausal hormone fluctuations, hot flashes, irritability. The reason for that, I don't know if we fully know yet, or I might not just know, but I haven't seen any full-blown explanation for why. But
Because it has to
muscles
do with women's health. They don't study that enough. It's
True.
my story and I'm sticking to it.
No, it's true. It's true. Yeah, having muscle on board is always good for living long, healthy life long term.
Okay.
Not just for looking good in a bathing suit, which is nice too. Let's be
is.
real.
Let's be real. That's the whole reason why I lost that weight.
You know,
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, so, but with that also goes protein intake.
yes.
Y'all know how much I don't eat protein.
Yeah. We get on her for
Often.
super important. It's not the only important thing. There's a lot of macros are important.
Yeah, carbs, pasta.
Carbs are important. Good, healthy fats are important.
Avocados.
Avocados, yeah. Balance, right? Balance in all things, as Yoda says. I think that's what he says. Close enough. Close enough. Balancing the force. But yeah, protein's big. There are a lot of myths about protein. There's the general recommendation, just to keep it simple, there's a lot of good info. You could check out my website. I have a nice blog that outlines this, but 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight.
So not kilo, but per pound.
Not per pound.
Okay.
Seems like a lot, can be very doable. There's variations for how active you are, how not active you are, but for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to go with 1.
Okay.
1 to 1. It could be doable. Dividing your meals.
No,
Right.
it's not.
Well, let's do it. Let's say we have a person 150 pounds, right?
Okay.
Needs 150 kilograms, roughly. About a palm-sized thing of chicken breast. It's about 30 to 40 grams of protein right there. That's 1 meal. You have a protein shake in the morning, 20 to 30. That's already 90. Have another snack, and you're pretty much there. It's
Yeah.
doable. It's doable. If you're a person that just forgets to eat during the day, yeah,
Gosh,
it becomes harder.
I'm just getting attacked from all angles today. It's fair. I deserve it though.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
more protein snacks. More protein snacks. Any kind. Doesn't have to be animal protein. Plant-based is great
For
too.
you vegans out there, weirdos.
Yeah, everyone. For the plant-based folks, it's just a little harder, I think. because you need a lot more volume
Yeah.
to get the right
To get
amount
the
of
right-
protein.
Yeah.
But you can. People do it.
How?
It just takes a little more planning, scheduling,
Oh, if it's not in my
Caring.
planner, it doesn't. It
caring,
doesn't.
caring.
I care. I just am busy.
Priorities, yeah. Look, that's why you need a concierge doc.
Have one.
Exactly, to tell you what to do.
You just aren't it.
And that's fine. And I'll call yours and talk to you about protein. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but it's doable. There's so much in our health that we need to do. And I don't want people to get too tied up in the weeds about it. But multiple
protein.
frequent meals through the day, just making sure there's some form of protein, super helpful. And even if you don't get to the exact right, we talked about that 150-pound person. If you get to 140, 130, you're fine.
A week?
A day. Per day.
Look.
You'll be okay. And there's myths that too much protein could hurt your kidneys. It's not good for you. No, in a healthy person with good kidney function, your kidneys will take care of it.
I think that's the thing is a lot of people go onto TikTok and they read all these things of it's bad for your kidneys. And I'm like, no, when an extremely healthy person who has normal kidney function,
Yeah.
you can tolerate that much
Yeah.
protein.
Not even an extremely, just an average healthy person. Yeah.
Someone who has healthy kidneys.
Yeah. With healthy, your body will more than tolerate it. It's okay. There are obviously conditions where we have to limit protein intake, but that's
Yeah.
unique situations. And with any of this advice, make sure you always talk to your doctor.
I was saying you should be followed by a doc if you
Yeah.
have kidney issues regardless.
Yes. But the myths about too much protein's bad, it's not fully true.
Okay.
And the myth that you could only need animal protein is also not true for my vegetarians. Like I said, balance is important. I like to mix up animal and plant. I think that's kind of the better way of doing things, but that's personal opinion.
Could eat a good salad.
Yeah, salad, beans, a lot of buckwheat, great sources of
I
protein.
didn't even think of that one.
Buckwheat. Not a lot of people think. I just had some last night. That's why it's on my mind.
Oh, okay.
Great source of protein, whole grain.
Yeah, I never even.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Maybe that 100 and. What'd you say, 150?
Well, depends. Depends on the person's weight.
That might be doable. I could probably do that.
Definitely doable. I believe in you.
Glad. At least one of us does.
Someone's gotta.
You've seen how little I don't eat. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. All right. What was the other thing that I wanted to talk about or that we attempted to talk about?
We talk about concierge a lot, I think.
Vitamin
question.
D.
Vitamin D. That's right. We did talk about vitamin D.
Because winter is coming.
Winter's coming.
And I only have 11 of them.
That's right. We both had super low vitamin D levels. Yeah. Vitamin D's definitely a popular vitamin people love to talk about. Ton of benefits, immunity, mental health. And the data on that isn't robust, but there's something about
There's
it.
stuff on there.
There's stuff on it. But there's a point. More doesn't always equal better. Too much vitamin D can actually cause side effects. Kidney stones, nausea, headaches. Too much isn't always good. Make sure it's checked once a year by a provider. If you have known issues, you could check it maybe a little bit more often. For most people, getting around 30 to 50, great. There's very little evidence that says beyond that is going to improve your life so much more, improve your health so much more. But getting above 11 might be useful. Might be useful, yeah. And there's other specific conditions where things are a little different. You take mega doses for bone loss. But again, we're talking for most average people with no major medical issues. Vitamin D is a good one to talk to your doc about. Check occasionally. You don't have to check it every 3 months. Totally fine not to do that, especially if you're at
if your normals are level, or if your normals
are level, yeah.
If your levels are normal, oh my god, yeah.
And making sure if you're going to take a vitamin D supplement, make sure you're using good qualities. I think we talked about that too.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Not all supplements are created equal.
Please don't get them from Amazon.
Why not?
There have also been like some cases where they just put random shit in there and they like reseal it. Depends on who you get them from.
That's the thing. Depends on who.
I think you get them from like the actual company's storefront is a different story than just grabbing.
Oh, like there's people on Amazon who are relabeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. That can happen. Generally, Amazon's fine. Amazon, don't sue me.
No, they'll come after me first. That's okay because I have their influencers account.
Great. But yeah, so be careful. Not all supplements are made equal. Supplements are generally not fully FDA regulated. So people could put things in there you don't know or not put things in there. But there are companies that are third-party tested. There are organizations out there that'll go and do spot checks and make sure these supplement companies actually are selling what they're saying.
Okay.
And most companies, when they get that third party approved, will market it. Will be like, we are tested. We actually have it.
Is there a certain label or something to look for on there?
Sometimes, yes. I'm forgetting exactly what it looks like, but there is a third party tested thing. And there are a few companies that I just trust. I'm not sponsored by them, unfortunately. Jarrow's a pretty decent one. Nordic Naturals.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, that's a good one for omega-3s, fish oil. But Jarrow has a good line. I also tend to trust Costco's products.
You and Costco.
I love Costco. Love Costco. Also want a sponsorship with Costco. But
make some phone calls.
Thank you. I
know their marketing director for the area.
Sweet. Set me up. Yeah. They do a good job making sure they have everything. Like, what was it with the avocado oil thing? Like, some companies don't actually have avocado oil in it. I think some there was a thing about that, and the only places where you could get avocado that's actually avocado oil is like Whole Foods and Costco, because they check. Yeah, there's a whole thing about it.
So the kind I get at Target is not.
I don't know, but there are some brands that say they're avocado oil or extra virgin and actually are not. Yeah, they're like something else.
I feel like I don't trust people anymore.
Yeah. But that's why.
So I just eat avocados.
Just eat avocados?
Just eat avocados.
Eat olives and avocados. Or you could take a few olives and just squeeze them yourself.
No, that requires
Get a
work.
cold presser.
That requires a lot of work.
It does.
Grandpa used to have them as we were growing up. So we had like all the olive trees and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, we used to cure them and everything.
Well, that's fancy. Like from like The Godfather, where from the olive store, where you see the little guy just.
He was Sicilian.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah. So not every supplement's created equally. Be careful which supplements you're buying, and again, more isn't always better with anything.
Well,
yeah. Vitamin D, get it checked first before you assume anything. You might be more than fine. You might be 11. What was she have? She had 3.
3. She had less than. She had way less than me. I think she had 3 whole.
That's low. That's low.
And I back to getting labs and stuff done, just because you're having certain symptoms and TikTok tells you something, that doesn't mean that you have that. Okay?
Very, very true.
Go get your freaking labs tested
Go
before
talk
you
to
start
someone who
self-medicating.
knows what they're doing. And that happens with like hormones. You know, someone
Yes.
says, "Oh yeah, I was so low energy or my libido sucked."
Yes.
And then I got put on these hormones and I feel so much better. And that
Little
might
do
be
they
true
know
for
that their
them.
marriage sucked.
Well,
I'm just
but
kidding.
it might be true for them.
Just kidding.
But for another person, those same symptoms could be caused by
Something-
nutritional issues,
Yeah.
thyroid problems, could still be hormone. You want a doc, and I'm going to be biased here. You want a concierge doc
There you go.
that's
you go.
knowledgeable and will actually do a host of tests and knows what to look for and won't just sell you one thing. Will make sure that your symptoms are actually related to something. Because one symptom could be explained by a number of different things. Why I'm in this job and why I'm going to be around. Because things are complicated until AI takes over my job.
Look, the amount of people that come into the ER that said ChatGPT told me I had meningitis.
Look, AI is going to help. I'm actually doing AI training. I'm working for a company that's doing training for AI for medical cases and how to.
I have one of my
solve
marketing
this.
girls who's doing something similar.
AI will do it. AI is going to be a great assistant. We're going to get close to the point.
That's the thing.
Assisting. Oh, you ever seen Star Trek?
Yes.
You have. That's impressive.
Why? I'm a bigger nerd than you think.
That was definitely a sexist comment. But you know the reader, the medical reader? You're going to get there one day. I'm sure of it.
Look, I've seen the reading thermometers. And those cause more issues than anything else.
You're going to have a little AI little thing scan you and tell you all the problems.
Have you ever seen Big Hero 6? Baymax, the little bubble?
No.
Oh my God. It's a Disney thing.
Oh, no. I'm not a Disney nerd. I like some Disney stuff, but I'm not a huge Disney nerd.
He was like this giant marshmallow guy that was like a medical thing, and he had like defibrillator hands.
Oh, with that kid.
Yes.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yes. But
think
that's
I've
he
seen
just like scans you and tells you what's wrong,
Yeah.
what your allergies are, everything. I was like, God
Yeah.
dang.
AI will learn. We're training it as we speak to do these complicated tests.
And he gives hugs. Can your scanner thingy give hugs? Baymax gives hugs.
We'll have Big Macs. We'll have a hugger. It'll be like assistant in the hospital, walking around, giving hugs and scanning.
As long as they don't come at me with needles, it's fine. I've
Maybe.
seen those like AI, like not the AI, but the like robotic blood draw thingies.
Cool. I
No,
haven't seen-
till that thing like flies at you.
Why? There's been AI and robotic surgery.
No, I know that, but the surgeon is still in charge of it.
There's some that have done solo. I think there was a case somewhere where it was a full AI operation. I mean, I think there was a standby.
Well,
I'm assuming.
I would hope so.
Now,
At that
don't
point.
know as much about the details of that, so I don't want to say something.
You're gonna get in trouble. You'd be like, Ilya
Oh,
said
yeah.
this.
That's how that happens. I'm going to be a TikTok
You're gonna be a TikTok
clip
doc.
saying that AIs are doing surgery.
I don't post these on TikTok. I only post them on Instagram. So
Someone's going to take it and clip it.
post it. Probably. With my luck,
Oh,
probably.
That's how
It'd be like, shh.
Yeah.
Okay, back to vitamin D.
Yes, vitamin
Different
D.
ways that you can get it other than just taking
The
a
sun.
pill. Sun.
The sun. Yeah. A little bit of sun exposure is good. We got to balance that with the cancer risk. So
Killjoy.
I know.
God.
We don't want skin cancer. I've taken tons of skin stuff off people. It's not fun for them. I love procedures. But for me, it's great.
Procedure is great.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, a little bit of sun exposure, 10, 15 minutes, maybe early in the day or late in the day, and then sunscreen. You don't need a ton of sun exposure to get a good amount of vitamin D. And then as long as you're eating healthy, a lot of fish, meats, veggies, fruits, good carbs, whole grains, you'll be able to absorb and turn that sun exposure into strong bones. Yeah.
Think you secretly like this episode because you like just attack
just
me. Just
tell
little snippets. It's fine.
You're welcome.
This is why you're not my concierge doc.
It's true. This is true.
Because you already know far too much about me. You poor soul.
I know.
All right. Well, but there was one other thing. Oh my God, we did the protein. This is why I hate doing re-records because I can never remember.
That's okay. We talk new things.
Like AI robots.
Like AI robots. Yeah, she's gonna be upset she missed that. Oh, we talked about the Tesla things. We can remember.
Oh, the spicy Teslas. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. I did contact one of the dealerships and I'm still waiting to hear back to see if we can actually go.
Nice.
I know, right?
Do an episode in a spicy Tesla.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's it's the not safe for work option.
Not okay, so it's not called spicy.
It's not
safe for work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
ask
could use
Brian.
spicy. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not the. That's not what they call it. It's just you click a thing. Safe for work, not safe for work.
That's funny.
Yep.
But like, what does it do?
Curses talks about anything. Anything. Well, yeah.
So what, I wonder why they call it not safe for work. Because will it do it like while you're on a conference call in your car or something?
No. That's a
It's
like
just a marketing
like
thing.
that's marketing. Just how it's referred to. Like if someone's gonna send you something inappropriate, they'll be like, by the way, not safe for work. Like, don't open this at work. It could be explicit. That's what we're talking about.
Could have used that a long time ago.
That's what we're talking about. That's just a nomenclature. NSFW. Really?
start
You've
using-
never seen that? Yeah.
No.
Well, that's like a known thing.
No.
Yeah, if like one of my buddies sends me something terrible, he's like, by the way, not safe for work, don't open this. That's where that comes from. Yeah.
Oh, never heard of
Like explicit cursing stuff that would not be professional in a work environment.
I work in the ER, so
In theory, is not professional in a work environment.
I don't even work there anymore.
That's
So
That's
thanks
right.
for that one.
Yep, welcome. Yeah,
Now we got to get Kayla out of there.
soon
yeah. As soon as she gets
Soon.
back from Indy.
Indianapolis.
From Indy.
All
All right, guys.
I don't know what else we talked about.
I think that was
I think
it.
that
I think that was it.
Good amount. Yeah.
So on that note, bye. I'm gonna go drink my coffee now.
Bye.